I'm Julianna Forlano. These are the Progressive Movement headlines for Wednesday, September 9th. Democratic leaders have been saying the GOP COVID relief plan is dead on arrival. Look, Mitch McConnell, he's wearing a gag. Oh, it's just a mask. What a bummer. All right. After returning from summer recess yesterday, Senate Republicans introduced a 78-page piece of legislation, I guess, that they're calling the skinny coronavirus relief plan, meaning nothing in there. The bill proposes a $300 a week federal boost to the unemployment benefits, half of the supplement Republicans allowed to expire at the end of July. By the way, that was $600, and now they got nothing. So $300, maybe they're hoping people will say $300 is better than zero. Not sure. Anyway, basically it's a liability shield for corporations. They want, a liability shield for corporations who expose workers and customers to COVID-19. This is all a big disaster. Funding for school privatization effort, because they've been trying to privatize public schools forever, and now they're really getting after that idea. And they're going to give some money to small businesses. Progressive lawmakers and other critics say the plan is inadequate. We wouldn't even need to be giving money to small businesses if we had fought the coronavirus. Small businesses would be open right now, like they are in Italy, which had it worse than we did, and now they have it much better than we did. Point? Just making a point here. Anyway, Sanders, our man, Bernie Sanders, said, how pathetic. While Senate Republicans tell us we can't afford to give $2,000 a month to the working class during an economic crisis, the COVID-19 relief bill they just released provides $161 million in corporate welfare to the coal industry alone during a climate emergency. You can contact Mitch McConnell, by the way, and tell him to stop playing politics with our lives. I'm going to give you good old Mitchie's phone number. It's 202-224-2541. Not that he cares, but they do. It does tell them that people are watching. 202-224-2541. Here is a clip of Senator Leahy's response to, yesterday. This is Senator Leahy's response to the skinny bill.
Senator McConnell says he's prepared a so-called skinny COVID bill to put before the Senate. But he put it before us on a take it or leave it. No amendments, no debate. Well, this proposal isn't skinny, it's anemic. Why are they afraid to vote? Let's have amendments. Vote them up or down. Is there any question why the American public wonders what's going on when the Republican leadership will not even allow a vote? What are they so afraid of? It's democracy. Vote up. Senator
Let me guess, you didn't hear any of that. Oh, thank you. Whenever Messiah calls me on the phone, it means something happened with my microphone. So you know what? That's fine. We'll just move ahead. Okay, here we go. These images right here are basically that the U.S. Senate has come back into session. There's another pandemic relief package receiving focus in addition to the skinny bill, which is the anemic bill. This one aims to boost the number of healthcare professionals by freeing up unused visas for foreign-born physicians. Prior to the pandemic, the United States was already facing a healthcare worker shortage, and international medical graduates were helping to close some gaps, especially in rural areas. The Healthcare Workforce Resilience Act would allocate 40,000 unused visas for international medical graduates, otherwise known as IMGs, and speed up the application process for healthcare professionals born outside the country. You can contact your senator and tell them to support the Workforce Resilience Act. That's something you could do today. All right. From the Justice Department, they are taking over the president's defense team in a defamation case brought by journalist and author E. Jean Carroll, who has accused Trump of raping her in the 1990s. Hooray! Not hooray for the raping, but hooray! Someone is, bringing suit. It's a move that has Democratic lawmakers and legal experts accusing Attorney General William Barr of unethically acting as the president's personal henchman. I mean, he has so many personal henchmen. I don't see why he would need more. Justice Department lawyers said in a new court filings that the federal government's intervention in the case is justified because Trump was acting, quote, within the scope of his official capacity as president when he accused Carroll of lying about the rape. Carroll's attorney, Robbie Kaplan, said in response, Trump's effort to wield the power of the U.S. government to evade responsibility for his private misconduct is without precedent and shows even more starkly how far he is willing to go to prevent the truth from coming out. Yeah, well, seems like some of his voters would still support him, even if he's convicted of rape. What would they say? Both sides do it? Oy. The ongoing U.S. war on terror has forcibly displaced as many as 59 million people from just 8 countries in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia since 2001. That's according to a new report published Tuesday by Brown University's Costs of War Project. The new report conservatively estimates that at least 37 million people have fled their homes. Oh, it's awful. In the 8 most violent wars the U.S. military has launched or participated since 2001. That report also put the death toll on so-called war on terror at 801,000 and the price tag of $6.4 trillion, displacing 37 million people, is equivalent to removing nearly all the residents of the state of California or all of the people in Texas and Virginia combined. Go check it out, codepink.org, to find out how to plug in to the anti-war movement, which is still happening, even if you are not hearing much about it right now in your mainstream media. Activists are mobilizing in communities across the U.S. this week to demand people be released from prisons and jails and immigration and juvenile detention centers. These days of action, organized by the American Friends Service Committee and several other groups, are an effort to push for policies that work to interrupt and prevent cycles of violence and harm and provide access to tools to ensure everyone's well-being. In a statement, the AFSC, which we all know what that stands for, right? Are we good? Yeah. They explained its preference for resources shifted away from incarceration in all forms and toward institutions that our communities most need. The pandemic has rendered imprisonment particularly deadly. To date, there have been more than 176,000 positive cases among incarcerated people, as well as staff, and at least 1,000 people have died. You can go to afsc.org to find a Free Them All, hashtag Free Them All action in your area. Have a little bit of a video clip. Let me see what I have here. Yeah, there they are. Let's check it out.
Everyone deserves dignity and justice. But in the United States, 2.3 million people are currently locked away in prisons, jails, and detention centers because of racist law enforcement and a legal system whose only solution is violence and confinement. And during a pandemic like COVID-19, these problems only get worse, turning every cell and cage into a potential death chamber. But it doesn't have to be this way. People are already working to free them all and abolish these carceral facilities once and for all. Together, we can shrink the system by ending the use of bail, repealing harsh immigration laws, and stopping police-ICE collaboration. Defund ICE and CBP, police, jail, and prison systems. Protect the lives of those in cages right now, and end deportations and welcome people home. You can help too. Join our call to free them all and help us build something new.
Again, go check out Free Them All, an action in your area. There's a lot to do. We gave you a lot of homework today on the progressive movement coverage. I'm Julianna Forlano. You're watching ACT.tv. Follow us on all of our platforms. If you don't mind, we are trying to, we are building and are continuing to build the kind of progressive talk network that is kind of necessary to combat all the right-wing lunacy and the Russian propaganda machine. It's a big job, but, we're working on it. I'm Julianna Forlano. Follow me on Twitter, where I occasionally tweet things out. And if you're following us and watching us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.